What's up, everybody? It's Tyler from Second Glass. This week, in honor of Back to the Future Day, we are doing wines from the 80s. So for the last 2 or 3 years, every week it's been like, this is Back to the Future Day. And it isn't. Somebody just photoshopped that image from Back to the Future with that week's date. But if you actually watch the real movie, it is October 21st, 2015. So that's coming up. And so what we figured we'd do is give you guys some wines that were very popular in the 80s that kind of fell out of fashion, but are now coming back with stride.
Chardonnay.
First up is Chablis. Chablis is actually the name of a place in France, and that's where Chardonnay comes from. It's one of the OG places in Burgundy where you get Chardonnay. But here in the United States, we decided to basically call all Chardonnay Chablis. And there was a point where they were even calling things like red Chablis or pink Chablis. That's impossible. You can't make red wine with white wine grapes. You can actually make white wine with red wine grapes, but that's a different episode. So everybody was just chugging this stuff from boxes, from jugs, from very elegant wine bottles. Chablis. So real Chablis, that comes from the Chablis region of France, is made with 100% Chardonnay. It's usually not oaked, or if it is, it's a little bit of neutral oak. It's this really clean, really crisp, really refreshing kind of Chardonnay. And it's not cheap. You can find it for between $20 and $30 as entry-level Chablis. It's awesome with oysters, sushi, salads. It's a pretty high-end wine. So it's kind of weird that here in the United States, we were like, oh, that stuff's expensive. We'll make something up that isn't Chablis and dump it into jugs and sell it for $6. That didn't really bode too well for the folks in Burgundy. So what we're ended up with is now Chablis starting to come back because people like us don't really remember the 80s, or if we did, we probably weren't chugging boxes of Chablis in the 80s. We chose the Joseph Drouhin Vaudin Chablis. Goes for about $20, and this is about as inexpensive as you're gonna get in Chablis. Great bottle of wine though. It has all those flavors you want. Check it out. This is not the exact same kind of Chablis they were drinking in the 80s, but this is the good version. Next up is Chianti. So Chianti is a place in Italy. It's actually a region within Tuscany. The main grape they grow there is a grape called Sangiovese. Now in the 80s, you used to be able to get a ton of the stuff and it came in a wicker basket. And then after you drank the bottle of it, people would stick candles in it and it would be, it's like a lava lamp or something, everybody had it in their dorm room. The reason why they put the straw baskets on it was actually because the glass was so cheap, it was really prone to breaking. And for some reason, weaving these straw baskets was cheaper than buying a nicer glass, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. And the wine that came in the straw basket Chianti was pretty terrible. Chianti today, you can get some really killer bottles of Chianti. So we picked one that's on the higher end because we wanted to kind of prove that, Chianti's awesome. But you can get Chiantis for anywhere between $8 to $35. So we chose the Castello di Monsanto Chianti Classico Riserva. High-end wine for about $22. Goes great with any kind of Italian food. Really, it's Italy. It's like food wine. So pretty much whatever you're eating, it goes well with that. Pork, chicken, pasta, tomato sauce. Yeah, that's what you want. So these wines were super popular in the 80s, but not this high of quality. They were pretty much drinking the cheap jug version of it that they happen to put in a wicker basket. But today, you can drink the high quality, totally awesome version, Chianti. Last but not least, the biggest rage in the 80s when it came to wine was, yeah, you guessed it, wine coolers. Were they wine? I mean, I think technically it's wine, but Seagram's made them. They came in little bottles. I think they were 5% alcohol. So you could chug these kind of pink glowing things. I mean, that's what you did in the 80s, right? You chugged wine coolers and we're like, woo, 80s. Well, nobody's really brought these back, and I don't know why. They probably should bring these back, right? I would drink one if they made really classy, wine coolers. Anyways, you can make your own. Quadi Winery out of California makes this wine called Essencia. It's a Muscat wine. It's sweet. And what you do is you mix it with equal parts club soda and some ice. Without a doubt, this is the classiest wine cooler you will ever have in your life. It would blow people's minds back in the 80s. They'd be like, what? So, don't forget, this is your one and only chance. October 21st, 2015, Back to the Future Day. I think we should all sit around and wait for a sweet DeLorean to cruise into town, and then, we have to teach the 80s kid about modern things like awesome wine. Grab some wine, watch the movie. Cheers.
This champagne doesn't come from France, but it was created by a man who did. Paul Masson. Paul Masson will sell no wine before it's time.